Clickety-clack.
Clickety-clack. So we have a lot of beer left from the event.
I will be working on that.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, you were weak drinkers.
Yeah. What happened?
Bunch of fucking...
We had like 3 people drinking hard. And the rest...
Drinking for everyone.
I don't know how many people brought their own drinks. Maybe that was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
God damn it. Damn, got it.
Let's just get this over with.
Damn dang it. Okay.
So,
warm up the voice.
it's time for noise. Nine. Yes.
Yeah.
And intro talking and stuff.
And talking and
stuffing.
talking.
Yeah. How you been?
I was just here.
Yeah. So we are recuperating after...
Yeah, I've been out for 3 days.
Yeah, more or less.
And I didn't even drink. I was just exhausted.
Yeah.
And then lack of sleep. And my house is a sauna at night. So that doesn't help.
Same.
And yeah, so no. Lack of sleep and...
Event
brain. Yeah. I don't know.
No, but it's always like that. Like, I think we put so much effort into being extremely social and like very happy-go-lucky, the sketchbook heroes image, that we sort of empty out a full week's worth of energy.
Yeah.
So it's just like, a slow recoup until, so hopefully next week will be just normal.
Also, we're old.
Oh,
Getting
yeah.
older.
Yeah, speaking of old.
Yep.
Today's topic.
Yep. Today we're going to talk about getting old.
Getting old.
Versus art. No.
Exactly.
I don't know what exactly.
Or how.
Yeah, but we'll get there.
We always
do, yeah. So, dude, how have you been since 2 days ago?
Same. Very much so. But, I just feel like I haven't had sort of any time off. Because the day after I had to work, and then the editing.
Shit. Yeah, the editing, the ever long.
The ever long. I mean, it was still cozy times, just sitting at home editing, but...
Listening to what you just lived through.
Yes, exactly, which is always fun. No, but it was really humbling, I would say. Like, cutting together the snippets from the event was amazing. It took forever, because everybody had so much to say, mostly us. But but it was just so extremely nice and beautiful, and I am ever so grateful that we got it all sort of on tape or on memory card. But we appreciate you so much, and everybody that came out. Oh my God, like thank you so much for doing that. And just being really awesome with the whole event. I can't imagine like going to an event like this and in that heat with so many different people and still being happy and social.
Yeah.
I would have just like, if I didn't have to be here, I would have been like super pissy and just gone home because I'm like, it's too fucking hot in here. Everybody's talking too much. Grumpy grump. No, I would have loved it, of course. So apart from being totally exhausted and not really wanting to work or do anything for like a week now, I'm really good. It's all good. Still hot.
Yeah. It is still hot, but it's not like too many people here right now. Just like bring up the heat even more. But starting to feel it, like it's creeping in. The heat is just like rising in here.
The heat is on. Yep. It's on the street.
I have no idea.
Yes.
Or if you made it up.
I think that's how it goes. Axel Foley. Yep.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. I don't remember. Yep.
Yep.
I'm with you now.
Coming after you. Yeah. Sorry. Just needed to get that out.
Yes, we did.
Energy spike.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming out to the event. It was really great, and it always surpasses our expectations. Because we're inviting you to, you know, hang at the studio where we normally hang.
Yeah.
And it feels, you know, underwhelming for us to invite people here. Like, we're like, you're going to come here and do what? You know?
Yeah. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why would you take time out of your precious life to come here and like
hang,
see us for a few seconds? Because we never have time to really stand and talk. Like, I didn't even get to hear the finishing part of
our own
Puker's story. Like, he was telling me about how he got the Marvel gig.
Oh shit! Yeah,
he didn't even get to finish the story because I was like,
I'm out,
ripped away from that conversation to do something. Like, yeah. So I always feel really horrible because I want to spend time with each and everyone and just, well, I didn't even get a chance to look at anybody's sketches, more or less.
Oh, I saw a few that were really good.
Yeah.
Every time you try.
Woo! The heat is on.
It was on.
Yeah, it was to the breakout dawn.
Yeah, shit. But no. Like, beyond that, it was really great, and everyone is so nice. Like, it's so heartwarming to see everyone gathered up, drawing penises on all the windows here.
Yeah.
And then realizing there were more penises than we thought.
I still haven't taken time to go and look at everything.
Just dicks.
So
it's like Stranger Thing dicks. It's like
Stranger Dicks.
Stranger Dicks, yeah.
Stronger donger. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But it's insane. Like last time it was like people held back on the dick, so I think there was a lot of suppressed dick inside everyone today.
I love that you heard it when it came out of your mouth. That was
but that was where it was going. But it was just I just didn't expect it to be so perfect. So I was caught off guard by my own awesomeness.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but it was insane how much dick we got.
Yeah, that's a 100%. If you come to the Sketchbook Heroes event, you're gonna get dick. Yeah, sorry, that was
So before we get stuck with that shit,
thank you to Underverket and
for hosting the
everything
dick event.
Always and all the dicks. Yeah, thank you.
They are actually hosting all the dicks right now.
Yeah, they
that you guys painted on everything.
With permanent markers.
Yay! Oh man, the fun thing is they have meetings in those rooms where you guys dicked out.
Oh my god, that's so penisy.
Yeah, it's
everywhere you go.
Always bring some dickies with you. Yeah,
Yeah.
dickies.
Dickies. Oh, yeah, I need new dickies. Great pants. God. Okay, intro song.
Go,
Jesus.
Go. Just go. Thank you, Underverket, Max.
Thank you,
Fabian,
everybody.
maybe.
Bada
bing, bong. Bada bing, bada boom, bang.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
I don't want to do this.
Where the fuck did all the energy go?
I don't know. We wasted it throwing darts.
It's so hot in there.
It's getting hot in here.
It was already so hot.
And now it's getting worse. I want to take my clothes down.
And go home.
Yeah.
Maybe not in that order, but
maybe go home first.
But we're back.
We are back.
And
I was going to say dickless because we're going to put that aside, but it's still no.
It's still.
But we are back, and we're going to talk about aging or age versus art. I don't know.
age versus life, I guess.
Life
is probably what it's going to be. If we can stick to the topic at all this time.
And not...
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. I have only dick jokes in my head because I'm not allowed to.
I had a burp that was on its way, but if I forced it, I would have thrown up.
Nice.
Too much burger still. But yeah, so like how did this come about? How did you think of the age versus art topic? Like, because it must have been like one thing that...
It wasn't really related to art.
But like just age, I guess. Like,
yeah, age is, I guess, where it kind of just got into...
Because we have been talking about it quite a bit, like in snippets in most of the latest episodes, because we are getting old now. But I mean...
Yeah, we're closer to 40 than anything else. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
I'm only 37, though.
Yeah, exactly. The youngest. But... Did something happen, or like what incited the age thing?
Two things.
Yeah.
My kids are so fucking big.
Yeah.
And my family's so stupid. So both these things, like we've talked about it on and off, you know, my relationship with my brother and all this stuff. And I guess the weirdness that I have with my family, where we hang out, but I don't enjoy it at all. Like it's just for the kids to have like a relationship with their grandparents. And today I had a talk with them about like, or my mom specifically, about my kids staying there. And I was like, if they're going to be at your place, you know, you gotta, like, you cannot prioritize my brother, the fucktard, to, like, if he comes by, you just got to tell him to go away. Because he's done so many bad things now that if you let him into the house when my kids are there, I will never talk to any of you again. You will never see me or the kids again. Like,
it's really reached that point.
Yeah, but I think it needs to be stated.
I mean, it's already reached that point, dude, ages ago.
Dude, I told her today for the first time, like, I can't even look at you both.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Because the way that you keep, like, my brother is almost 40 as well, you know?
Yeah.
He's 2 years older than us. And I was like, you can't keep babying him around. Like, when you take, like, his side in things, you're making a stand that you prioritize him over your grandkids. Like, if the relationship with him is so important, like the drug addict and the fucking, you know, I don't know, like what he's done, you know, like I don't want to talk about it on the air, but, you know, it's not that he does drugs, it's how he treats other people.
Or he can't behave.
He can't behave for shit.
He's take care of himself.
Or his kids, and, you know.
Well, it just feels like he's using a lot of people.
He's using a lot of people.
Especially
and
your parents. Like,
look, dude, he's done some terrible things.
Yeah.
Let's leave it at that. And for some, he, you know, has been, I guess, punished within what the law can do. But still, he makes other people's lives miserable.
Yeah.
And I told my wife, like, my kids will get, like, shit will be served. It always gets to everyone in life, you know, in one phase of your life. There's no point, but that's what I mean. And there's no point in inviting it into your home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just had that conversation, and then I felt really old, you know, like, no, but I've gotten to the point in life where I want to live in a certain way.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very relaxed. I don't really plan out my days, but I don't want certain people in my life. Like, by choice, because I can make that choice. I'm not forced to live with someone. I pay my own shit. I have my own, you know, like, house. I don't have to put up with people. Like, if I don't like someone, they don't have to be part of my life.
Yeah.
Unless they're a psycho and they stalk me. But
yeah. And that insight comes with age.
Yeah.
Where you realize that, well, it's not worth
It's not worth anything.
Giving them any more of my time.
Dude, that's the thing. And it doesn't matter if it's family or friends or
social media.
No, but all of it, it's pointless. Like, if people are sucking your energy from you, like, it is not worth having them in your life. I don't care what kind of blood bond you have.
What's the vampire called again? From What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do.
the energy.
Yeah, energy. Robinson, isn't it?
I can't remember.
Colin Robinson.
There you go. Yeah. So you don't want any Colin Robinsons in your
life,
vicinity.
Yeah. Dude, yes.
Yeah.
And I was so fed up. I was like, okay, these are the sort of terms. If you want to like hang out with kids, if I hear that he's been there and you didn't like tell him off, like, then that's the last time.
Yeah.
Like, I am so, because I can't do pretend. Like, I don't do pretend well. Like, I don't want to,
And it's not pretend anymore. Like, because you can't hold it back. You're just going to sit there and be like angry.
I could do it, but that's the thing. I don't want to do it anymore.
No.
Like, I'm at the point where, you got to live life like you want to live it. Like, there's no going back. Like, I know how to live a good life for me.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm pursuing. And if people are going to, if they want to live that kind of life where they just drag themselves through the shit by choice, be my guest. But I'm not going to be part of that journey. You drag yourself through the shit and fall off that cliff on your own.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind that. I won't even judge my brother that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't mind. But when you fuck up other people's lives, especially kids.
I mean, yeah, there's a line.
Yeah, there's a line. Mm-hmm. And, like, kids will love their parents no matter what, which is the most heartbreaking parts of, like, all of it.
Yeah.
So seeing, my brother's daughter, like, she's the only one suffering here. Everyone else is just,
because they have directly related in that way. I mean, of course, your brothers and your family, like your parents, but you don't have to be with them, and you don't depend on him like a daughter would her father.
Yeah, and of course, and he can be the biggest asshole, and she would still love him on a certain plane,
which is crazy.
It is insane. Yeah.
But I do agree with a lot of things that you say. Like, I am definitely not dealing with the same amount of let's call it bullshit or dick in my life, but I'm also kind of sick of my family. It just feels like this. I think most people, when you come to a certain age, it is that hamster wheel. What did you say? The jovial? No, what was it called? The hamster wheel? Hamster.
Shit, what?
You had a word for it. It was called something.
Oh, the actual, I don't remember. I don't remember. I was smart back then.
Yeah, you were. That's one episode ago.
One episode ago.
No, but like the never-ending hamster wheel of just like the same.
Yeah.
Every time you go there. Like the last 10 years I've gone there, it's been the same conversation over and over and over and over again. And you're just so sick of it.
Like this podcast.
Yeah. It's like poetry, it rhymes.
Straight circle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, so I can relate to the extent of that. Just being very sick of people being stuck and not wanting to do anything about it or choosing not to do anything about it. If you are constantly complaining about your life,
you're not doing enough.
No.
Or enough things that you enjoy. That's
it's like
thing.
You think that complaining about it's going to solve your problems. How? How is just saying something over and over and over again going to make it better? If anything, it's going to make it worse because you're just going to keep digging that fucking hole.
Yeah.
And being somebody that's been in a hole like that, I know that you have to actually make an action to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make a choice and you have to do something about it. In my case was moving back home to Stockholm after living in Australia and not really vibing with it. Like that was a very simple solution to the problem. It took a lot of effort to get back to mental state, but just that made it a lot better.
That's a talk we had as well.
Yes.
About the Robert that went to Australia and the one that came back were not the same.
Yeah, it was like Will Byers going to the Upside Down and coming back.
And coming back,
okay.
Insinuated so far.
Oh, yeah.
But I think,
yeah,
the haircut is the biggest thing that I can't get past. Like I'm for everything else.
Yeah. Hashtag
the real monster, yeah.
Oh my God. But just to try and move this on a little bit, just I guess when it comes to art, let's just try to tackle age versus art to get away from all the real darkness that we've been talking about. I feel like the older me now, I don't have the same drive. I don't have the same, like, I don't have to create anymore. Like, what would you say that is? Like the need to get the attention. I don't need to get it out of my system in the same way. Like, I'm okay with not painting anymore for now.
Yeah.
Like, of course, I'm still tattooing and I am doing creative stuff.
I think that's
every day.
Yeah.
If I didn't do that, of course, I would be creative in some other way. Like, I would be painting. But before, said this a billion times, but just for anybody that doesn't know, we used to draw every day before. We did a full-time job being creative, and then you got home and you sat down and you started drawing or continued drawing on your private stuff, which I still enjoy doing, but now it's so much of an effort to get that going, and I guess to get that sort of motivation to kickstart something new, a project. Like, I really, 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 really need to be inspired and want to create something for it to happen. Whereas it's just like, it's a fart in the wind normally. It's just like, oh, I really want to, no, not anymore. Yeah. That's kind of what it is now. Whereas before, you just had to do something, whether it was for to show your friends at work or social media, but to get some sort of affirmation or sort of be acknowledged in some way by someone, whether it was getting cool comments or likes or shared on social media, or having a friend tell you, dude, that's fucking awesome. I can't believe you did that in one sitting, or like whatever it was. There was the need, like I really, really needed to hear it at some point. Like in my 20s, I just had to do stuff and get acknowledged. And now I really couldn't give a shit. Seriously, like I don't like my stuff anyways. Like I don't need to get like approval for the stuff that I put out there, because I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, you know, it is what it is. There's, I don't know, before there was the strive of just wanting to get better really fast, and now meh, kind of. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm talking in a straight circle now, but but yeah, just to that's me sort of just emptying my head of art related getting old stuff. Sending it over to you.
I think it's more accepting now without the anxiety kind of attached to it, because I could never take a break if I wanted to. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this art block, I need to get through it. I have to, you know, like force it.
Yeah, you just kept pushing.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing most of the time. Like, you can break through.
It's never helped me.
No.
But
yes.
Like, if it helps you, that's great. Do what works. But personally, I just had a hard time letting go.
Yeah.
Like I'm an artist, I need to draw. I need to draw all the time. Whereas if you like start missing something, you get kind of back into it, you know.
Yeah.
And I've never given myself that without the anxiety behind it, the need to draw, for whatever reason, like to be visible, if that was a thing, to, you know, am I even an artist if I'm not drawing? You know, like all these like weird, pointless like reasons for doing so. Like we all have, like, life goes up and then goes down, you know, and when it goes down, you can just, you know, enjoy that for a while and then you'll get back up. But it's so hard to accept, and it's like, I guess with ages where I've come to accept, you know, I don't have the energy to keep up social media right now.
Yeah.
That's fine because it's not important, but it is important if you want to be seen. But then it isn't. You know what I mean? Like, social media has given me a lot.
And I think that also plays a big part of it. Like, if we weren't in the roles or positions that we are in now.
Yeah, it would be more stressful.
Of course. And we would still be doing the social media thing, for sure.
For sure.
Because we still wanted to achieve goals. We still want to achieve goals. It's just that we're kind of where we want to be now. Yeah. So the stress is gone. Yeah. And you don't have to keep fighting as much. Now we can just enjoy the ride rather than fight to get...
But it's like when people have money and they're like, oh, money doesn't matter. It helps.
Yeah,
it fucking helps.
Well, like, step onto the other side of the tracks. And
it helps a lot. Like, it helps take away some of that anxiety.
Yeah. I'm never as stressed as when I'm getting really, really low on money.
Yeah.
Because then everything becomes so real.
Yeah.
So fast. It's like, holy shit. Oh, yeah, rent. Mm-hmm. And... electrical bills and
all the bills,
and then just food.
But exposure, Robert.
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
So that's definitely something that, like, before you could definitely get away with, like, writing to me and getting a free portrait or something. You can just forget that now.
Yeah,
like 100%. There's not a single chance in hell I will work for free, because my time now, outside of creating
it has
stuff,
dependencies now. Yeah,
it's non-existent. Like, there is no free time. So whatever time I have, if I need to do something for somebody else, that's gonna cost a lot of money because it's so
wait
valuable.
Until your kid is physical and, you know, like, and you can, like, hold it, and then some, like, company, you know, like, millions, billions, who knows, like, oh, would you like to shout us out for likes? Basically, you're like,
kid,
what am I supposed to do with the kid? Am I supposed to feed it your exposure? Like, what is it like?
You write back to him like, how do I actually get the numbers out to feed my kid here?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And it's stuff like that's where, like, the older you get, the less of other people's bullshit you can handle.
Yeah.
And I think the faster you learn this from other people, because this is shit that I didn't even reflect on as a young kid. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing, you know, like that, like, seeing life in this way, you know what I mean? Like, that came later.
Yeah.
Like, I did exclude people early on in my 20s.
Yeah, you've been really, like, that was something even earlier than that, I think. You were really selective with the people you wanted to hang out with, and you didn't really give an effort to, like, even get to know the people that you weren't remotely interested in getting to know. That sounds really horrible, maybe, but it's just, I think that's something that always impressed me, that you were you never fell for the, like, oh, I'll be nice to these people because then that's going to sort of make me a little bit more popular with this crowd.
Oh, yeah.
You always stayed true to who you were, which is why I always loved you, and just inspired me to always be who I should be, even though I was always the whore that hung out with everybody. The need to always be liked, you know?
Yeah, of course. But it's also like a type of, like, power, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, it is a...
Because that makes you more popular, too.
Yeah,
like,
of course. People like you. Yeah.
Because they're like, why is he that way? That's interesting. And then, it just attracts something. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I got to know the people that I wanted to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without having to do any of the work. Because when you don't give enough, like, the people that, like, if people want to get to know you, they will make an effort to, you know, like, you do that. Like, it's not like I didn't make an effort to make friends. Apparently I did.
I mean, we're still you are still that social butterfly that you are.
Yeah.
So if you want to get to know somebody, you will already be their friend. Like, it's just that quick.
Exactly. And without ulterior motives, because that's something that I've learned from my own family.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, let's do things for
With
other
age.
people, and then have expectations attached, invisible expectations, so that we can complain and be disappointed on. And that's like something that I've just, like, when thinking back, it's all that stuff. And I was listening to a podcast that I talked to you about as well. And they were like, oh, but like at the end of this podcast, we have this like question that we ask people. And it's like, what annoyed you this week? I try not to. I was like, it's not a great question.
Focus on the
negative. Yeah. Why would you like, because I feel like if I have time to focus on negative stuff in that sense where it just annoys me and it's not reflected towards like, and it's not about myself, then I'm not doing or focusing on the things that I enjoy.
But you also didn't watch Miss Marvel this week, so obviously.
Yeah, I did save time.
That helps you not focus on the negative.
On the negatives. Yeah. No, but just like pouring so much of yourself, like, because like.
But it's something that's easy to connect to people.
So
with.
Easy
because
it's
that's
so
always
easy.
like you think back to work. You're standing at the coffee machine and you're talking to your colleagues. It's not like you're talking about all the happy stuff. It's always the complaining about the boss or the workload or whatever it is or the long hours. It's always you connect to people through
hardship.
The misery and hardship. Yeah. Because nobody wants to hear like, oh, everything is going so fucking great now. And because then they're going to be like, oh, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
My life is shit. Why is your life good?
Your life's so good, yeah.
Whereas everybody should be thinking the way you are. And I used to,
but I think it comes and goes, you know, like it is.
But it's easier to be positive during summertime here in Sweden, at least, because it's brighter. Everybody is more happy.
You can be outside. And
exactly.
Like I've been out walking since my job is sitting on my ass. Every day I take 1 to 2 hour, like a 2 hour walk.
Ooh.
With a busted knee.
Dude.
Knees.
That's 2 hours?
Yeah, I don't mind. Like, I can walk forever.
Yeah. Well, apparently not, because now you have 2 busted knees and you just had 1, and before that there was none. So maybe not walk that much.
It helps.
Yeah. No, but and same here. I do that once a week. I always do a little forest walk, even when the weather is kind of shitty. But it's just
no. Like, as long as you can walk without
I need to move, because again, same with me. I sit on my ass all day, like very, very static, and it hurts the body. Like my body is literally breaking down. So doing the little bit of a walk every once in a while helps staying loosey-goose, you know. But it also makes me genuinely happy. Just feeling nature, hearing the nature noises, just standing there hearing like the wind in the trees is so calming. It's just like beautiful.
I like walking plainless.
Dude, are we retired already? What the
That's
fuck?
what I'm saying.
Jesus.
That's what I'm saying.
How old are we?
And something about like the things we talked about, like I had those serious conversations, and you know, those are only a small part of my life because I don't want to make them more than that.
And that's the fun thing. Sorry to interrupt, but that we've become the grown-ups now and we're scolding our parents.
Yeah, I know.
Because I did the same.
Like, I don't mind the way that they raised me, because I understand.
Yeah.
You know, like that part I'm fine with. But it's the crazy that comes now.
Yeah.
Where life stops and they kind of just encapsulate themselves in this bubble that's not real life.
Exactly.
Like it's real
for them
in their heads.
Yeah.
But if they were more social, if they went out more, like my parents, like they were bad socializers in general, but now that they get older, they're even worse.
Same with
my dad is pretty good, but my mom, she just sits at home.
Same.
Lives through the phone.
And my mom still goes to work and has her office, but it's the same people.
Yeah,
and
it's still the same.
Not a single one of them is her friend, and she doesn't have anybody outside of work. That
is so weird.
It's so sad.
It's super sad. Like,
why and how? Like, of course, I mean, we've talked about excluding people a lot.
Yeah, but
I mean, we still have people.
No, I have a lot of people. Yeah. Like, I have close friends that through my anxiety of meeting people, like I will meet them without it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there are some people, like I don't have like, oh, I'm going to meet Robert. Like that, like I can have I have to leave the house. But when I know where I'm going, it feels okay.
Yeah.
Like it's nice.
It's the saving grace is that I'm going to go and hang out with you, but I still need to get to you.
Yeah,
like
exactly. The traveling. But again, it's not like, I know that I don't have to do a thing with you. You know what I mean? I don't have to be happy. I don't have to be
that's
like, I don't have to do anything.
Like you could be super grumpy and pissy
cool,
all day because I could relate and I could also be that and we could be grumpy and pissy together. Yeah, and that would make us happy and then we would start bullshitting.
But that, exactly that. It kind of takes off and you don't stay there. You know what I mean? Like you know that it is. I think it was Farhan who said like even when you're at your lowest, you're kind of funny about it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's how you should do it. You know what I mean? When life is pissy, you make something funny.
A urinal.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. You make it a urinal and like
stay creative.
You gotta just
yeah, maybe. Hey, I mean that could be a creative field. I don't know if anybody's specialized in urinals. You know, thinking of you, Thomas. Looking for a new outlet.
But again, my kids, just to get back on track, and I actually remembered, are getting so much older.
Yeah.
That they want to hang out with them, like, you know, do their shit.
Yeah, they got their own peeps now.
And I see tendencies in my son that he's a lot like me. He can just sit for hours by himself and do his shit.
What is his shit? Like
playing. He just plays audibly, like, you know, with toys. He's just like, blah, 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 blah. No, just like you just hear the game. Like you can hear what he's playing. And
like we did.
Yeah, exactly. Like we did. I did that all the time. And he does exactly that.
And I had so much fun.
And he's getting to the age where I stopped, I think. He's getting close to that age because he's in 3rd grade now.
Yeah. What is he, 8?
8, turning 9.
Yeah, because I think I probably played with toys till like 9, 10 maybe, tops.
Yeah, exactly. 4th grade, I didn't play with my toys anymore.
But it was like playing, I would, air quotes.
Yeah.
I was destroying toys. And
at
stuff.
that age,
yeah. I used to have a lot of toys. Now I have less than none.
Like arms and legs of toys.
Yeah. But yeah, that is very interesting.
Yeah.
Like I haven't actually thought about.
And my daughter is out biking with her electric scooter.
Faster, harder.
Mm-hmm. Scooter. So they're both doing their thing, and I'm sort of reverting, or like not reverting, but I'm so comfortable being alone.
Yeah. You don't feel like you've lost purpose because now they're kind of taking care of themselves.
But I am a bit worried how comfortable I am in my loneliness. Like, I could live out a day in my head, basically. Like, I'll do stuff, but on my own.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it so much more than doing it with others.
Yeah. But it's also because I think...
Yeah, it might be that I am you're
stimulated
or whatever.
Overstimulated. But I mean, we've always been those types of people that we stuck to ourselves and just enjoyed smaller companies or being alone. But then you got a family.
Yeah.
Which means there is no alone time apart from the couple of minutes that you have before you fall asleep.
Yeah.
Where everybody else is sleeping, kind of.
I have hours. They sleep so early. Or my kids don't, but they don't hang out with me. They just
But it's still not the same. Because they're in the building and they're right there with you, and something could happen, kind of. Yeah. Somebody wakes up having a nightmare.
You mean like yesterday? Yeah. When my daughter's friend was sleeping over. She had an allergic reaction to we don't know what. And her parents came and got her at like 1 a.m.
Wow.
It wasn't dramatic or anything, but that happened. And then I remember falling asleep after that and then waking up to my daughter screaming, ran up the stairs because I slept downstairs with my son. And then she had a nightmare, so I slept there. And then I woke up in the morning, went downstairs. You know, like it's just, yeah.
Yes, that is what I mean.
Yes. So yeah, it never stops. Yeah.
And for me, like, because that is slowly but surely creeping up, and well, it's gonna be real very soon.
Mm-hmm.
So I am like desperately hanging on to every single minute that I can. Like I'm dead tired. I've slept 4 hours today, I think.
Yeah. Same.
Because like I just try to stay up and try to just savor every fucking moment that I have.
It's not worth it.
No, it's not. I know.
It's not worth it.
But it's like, I don't know, I've gotten used to it now and I really enjoy it. It's just so nice to have that. Plus, I don't get tired. Like, even when I went to bed at 4 o'clock, I was still wide awake. Because, well, now it's summertime in Sweden, so the sun
never sleeps.
Yeah, it starts going down at like 1 and then goes up again by 2.
Yeah, 2:30.
Yeah,
it's like, whoop.
and by 4, it looks like
it's
day.
bright. Yeah.
So, like, so I stayed up watching a show and I looked out the window and I'm like, oh, the birds are chirping or the seagulls are like annoying the fuck out of me. I have a plan to sort of start hurting them.
In your head, how old do you feel?
Now I feel like 28.
Right?
Yeah.
Same.
Not 18 or 14 like I normally say. I do feel like close to 30.
Yeah, I think so too. Like early 30 or like not just before 30.
Yeah. I think 27, 28.
Yeah.
Around there. Like just enough to not have to show the ID to get booze.
Yeah.
That kind of.
Yeah.
But still not old enough to have responsibilities full time.
Exactly. And I listen to people my age, or I see people my age sometimes.
They look so old.
Yes.
Yeah. And sound so old.
And sound so old.
I know.
And
what's up with that?
I don't know, dude. When I meet people that tell me their age, I'm like, he's younger than me.
What's my age again?
Yeah, dude.
What's my age again?
Yeah, they're as crazy as he is. No, but it's so insane how we all age differently.
Yeah.
And depending on sort of how we socialize and what kind of things we do in life, we can be perceived as older than we are, and like I feel really young as a person until I talk to someone my like the age that I feel like, what I mean? Like when I talk to someone in their early 20s, I'm like, I don't want to hang out with these people. Like not everyone, it's just that it's different. You know what I mean? Like, and I think back to when I was that age and I was like, yeah.
Exactly. But it's also like, because I do have 18-year-olds that come to me.
Of course. And we had a bunch here as well, like young people, and it's fine.
It is. And you're talking to them and you just relate to everything they're saying. And you're like, fuck, it's a 20-year gap here.
Yeah.
Which is also so fucked.
Insane. Yeah.
But, and then every once in a while, there's the real 18-year-old that comes out. And you're like, oh,
no, but that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's the thing. That's where
poor, you pat them on the head.
Yeah,
kind of.
But you can't. It's like telling someone that doesn't have kids about having kids. It's like it's
redundant.
It is because you can't relate.
No,
like
you have to go through it.
Yeah, and something that we talked about early on the show was sort of like
cocaine.
Also that.
We've opened up we've broken the seal.
On the cocaine.
On the cocaine. Sorry.
Keep derailing it.
It's too serious, man. I just have to. Like,
but this isn't serious. It's just about like realizing how old we are in our heads.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, like it's just when you talk to people and you're like, he's in a hurry.
Yeah.
To get nowhere, like you
don't know.
Yeah. Like, and the same thing with having kids. Yeah. Me and my wife were like, oh yeah, but we got it figured out. Like we know what to expect. You don't have no.
You know nothing.
You know nothing.
Yeah.
Because it's like knowing the what do you call it? The theory behind something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when like taking a punch for the first time.
Yeah.
Like
you don't know exactly what that.
Yeah, exactly. No, when the first time you get smacked, like whether it's like
how are you gonna react?
Yeah, like, no one knows, and
yeah,
it's such a fucking awakening.
Yeah,
And we all, like we react different. I panicked. Like the thing you're doing now, I did when I got a kid. Like, oh, I need to stay up and draw while they sleep and blah, 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 blah. And what happened? Like 6 months in, I died. I just I was like, okay, I got to burn this candle on all ends.
Yeah. I'm not even burning the candle. I'm just tossing it into a vat of lava.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's impossible. And until I got to terms with sort of slowing everything down, because I wasn't getting better at art, I was just getting more tired.
But that's the impressive part, because you got the kids while you were still doing the gains in social media and chasing that dream and all
yes,
that,
and
I'm already past it.
Yeah.
And now I get the kid, you know? And I think this is exactly how I would have chosen it.
Not me.
I think because I've done everything else, and now I can feel like I can focus 100% on the kid and not feel worried about that I haven't lived or done whatever it is that I wanted to do. I've done everything. I've checked every box that I wanted to do, apart from becoming a multi-millionaire, because that would, that's always on there. But yeah, I feel like it's no better place in my life than now. Maybe when I was 23 and really wanted to be a dad early, but no. Just no. I think, this is perfect.
Yeah, I'm with you there. But I really like that I became a dad at 27, because at 27 I hadn't figured anything out, and kids were like the jump start that I didn't know I needed. And once I kind of accepted, after my sort of when I flipped out about who I am, it really I got so productive about everything. My wife was always productive, when it came to boring shit, but I wasn't good at any of it.
Yeah.
And once I got kids, I was once I got past the time management issue, I was like, oh, I only got 20 minutes. 20 minutes is a lot of time. It's all the time, And I was like, I planned stuff, or I wrote stuff, or I sketched stuff, or I prepped stuff. And then the next time I had 20 or 30 or 2 hours. You don't know with kids, My daughter took her lunch nap. I was like, okay, I'm going to just draw for half an hour. And then she slept for 2. I was like, oh my God, I fucking painted a thing, Once I got to that realization that everything doesn't need to be done as soon as I sit down and start doing it, that acceptance came with kids. Before I was, the guy that erased everything for 4 hours, line erase. I could have just had an eraser pen that I can click, just back and forth. And it really helped me get a focus, because I think you need some adversity to kind of, get to where you want to go, or at least, realize what's important.
It is that gentle kick in the ass, I think everybody needs it. Not to be the old guy, but I think today's generation, more than any,
of course.
really, really needs to learn this.
Yeah.
Because it just... And this is my own personal sort of biased or
bias.
Bias, not knowledge, whatever that is, stupidity. I just feel like they get born and then they already expect everything.
Greatness, yeah.
It's why don't I already have all this?
But I think it is social media as well, where you just see the highlights of everyone's lives.
You see everything through the filter of Instagram or whatever social media you use.
And you get bombarded with it, it's not like you see, oh, there's one great artist. No, everyone seems like they're the best artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you don't see that half of them or all of them struggle.
No, nobody writes how many hours. Nobody shows you all of the scrapped sketches that they did before they ended up with the one, that looks super simple and easy.
Yeah, or how many packs of noodles got them through to the point
or
where
maybe
they are.
just the one, you know,
the
because
one
they
over a
couldn't
week,
afford more. Yeah.
No, but it's like the Drew Struzan thing.
I was just thinking, yes.
Because when he talks about it, like, it's stuff that I didn't know about him. I was like, one day he picked up a pen and he was the best poster artist ever. Because that's what you get fed, you know, most times. You know,
only see the posters, you know? Of course, he poops them out.
Yeah.
But no, like he
fucking struggled for a long time.
A long time.
Like, he was past our age when things started to go well.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
and he was already amazing. He was such an amazing artist from the get-go. Like, when you see the earlier stuff.
It's no difference.
Awesome.
It's no fucking difference. It's like...
And when
he's born with it.
And he's just talking about how he got through college.
Yeah.
Just like...
Sneaking into class. Yeah.
And then being kicked out and then going in the other door. And just like doing that over and then selling the pieces that he had to do for homework, selling those finished pieces to pay for school. And
insane. And he was always late with tuition, and like, they kept throwing him out again, you know, like he just
never stopped. He never gave up.
But he also said he had to buy his own paint, so he didn't eat and prioritized getting paints. And then when he had a family, he had, what was it, like $1,500 for a year.
No,
like for him and his family and the baby.
The baby cost $1,500 to deliver.
Yeah,
and he made $3,000
like mail order baby.
$3,000.
$3,000. Yeah,
$3,000 the entire year. So he had $1,500 to live off of the entire year.
It's so insane.
Like. And that was way back, so 1,500 was a little bit more. But it's still not
having
that
a kid
much.
And everything. Yeah, like just diapers alone and shit like that.
Yeah, like that's 1 month's salary.
Yeah,
to live off of a year. Can you imagine that?
No.
What can you? What can you eat? What can you
what the fuck?
do?
No, but he said he let them eat.
Yeah,
and then he would use what little money he could scrape to buy paints.
Yeah. He ate once or twice a week.
It's insane. Like, oh my God.
But again, like they say, like starving artist, like it's such a cliche, but in his case, it
was exactly what it was. And he was good.
And there was no plan B.
Yeah.
He didn't take another job.
Nope.
He just went for the art because that was everything that he wanted to do. And I mean, it sounds stupid. Because he's got a family.
It sounds so dumb.
Like he could have made money and he could have, you know, lived a good life, but he would have been miserable. This way, like he chose not to.
But he had a terrible childhood as well when he talks about like nobody hugging him and shit like that. And
not knowing what love was when you were, you know, he wasn't loved. They didn't even open the door. Like they locked him out of the house when he was at college to come back home. Like, I don't know. Is he a fucking psycho? Like, I don't know. We never heard from his parents.
Yeah.
Did he kill them?
No, but it was so, like, the way that he talks about his childhood.
Like, you can hear that he's so...
Indifference.
Just doesn't really care. Like, because he didn't know what he missed.
Yeah.
Same as his wife. Like...
Yeah,
she came from a similar background, and they just found each other
and found something there.
It's just beautiful how that works. But again, like if you haven't seen the documentary, I think it's still out on YouTube. Drew, the man behind the poster, is the name of the documentary, and it is my favorite documentary. For me, it's
but it's because it has all the nerds in it as well,
it does.
And they are. Like, it's like when we talk about things that excites us about, you know, fandom and stuff like that, these guys make the fandom.
Yeah, they are
nerds.
They are the core.
And I think, like, Guillermo del Toro as well, like, he is my favorite nerd.
I would love to hang out with him.
Dude, yes, because he seems like...
He's us.
Yeah, he's such a nerd.
Like he would fit perfectly into the podcast. Like, it would be amazing to have him here.
think we would have a bromance in here.
We would. Yeah, we would. And he would put us to shame with all the cursing because that boy can curse.
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Nah, but he's awesome, and he's, I don't know, like he seems to be doing what he does for the right reasons as well. So.
Exactly. And I think, he learned it from, first Mimic, but Hellboy 2, I think, when the production company really just took over everything and he didn't get a chance to make any of his own decisions. Like, I think that was the last straw for him. Just like, no, I've had enough of that. No, Blade 2. Sorry, Blade, not Hellboy, because he did Blade 2. He didn't get it. Like, he didn't get to do anything that he wanted.
Yeah,
they took over everything.
It just fucks you over,
And that's when he just went like, no, I'm just going to do it myself. Just like Peter Jackson, same thing. He's just like, no, I'm starting my own production company then. Screw all you guys.
Shit,
yeah. And that's how they keep making really good stuff. Because there's nobody else involved. There's nobody coming in telling them, oh, you should add more of this because the fans love this. Just put it in there. Put it in there.
Yeah, exactly. We're not telling you.
No.
Or we're not asking you. We're telling you. Yeah, without actually telling you.
I mean, that's what I can see with most of the Disney stuff being produced. Like, they have a mold and they know that works. And if somebody starts straying outside of it, they just lock it inside that box and just like, no. We need the CG monster in the end. We need to have these people make the fight scenes. Sorry.
Oh man, did you see? I don't know. Let's save the Lord of the Rings trailer or teaser for the retro.
Yeah.
But when it comes to art, like we talked about feeling young at heart and all that, and my art hasn't like matured either in that sense. Like I still draw the rule of cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to draw more like mature stories in that sense, I still want it to be, like kind of fantasy / like imaginative stuff. Just I don't want.
It's still the stuff that you enjoy.
Yeah.
So why would you change your art? Like that's your happy place,
Yeah, and what I wanted to get to was that my art is pretty much the same. What has changed is the stuff around the way that I create art. Those are the things that I'm changing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not letting people or other things in life take away from my creativeness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even if, like, social media or people or opinions, like, I'm just separating myself from all these things. Because I know that when I do that, I feel happier and then I can do what I enjoy. You know what I mean? Like, because most of us, when we don't draw stuff, it's because something is happening. Someone in our family is sick, or we're struggling with, I don't know, depression, or it's school, or stress from work, or some asshole, or, like all these things all the time, they take away that energy that you have, that limited resource. And, some of us have more of it, some of us have less of it, but it's not infinite, like for any of us. And when you let other people sort of come in and sort of like strip some of that energy, claw at your energy, like eventually when you get home, you just don't have the will. You have the will to just lay there.
Yeah, I mean, the armor's gone.
Yeah.
And they're just pulling out flesh now.
Yeah.
So... And you don't want to get hurt, I guess. Like just keeping that metaphor alive. But yeah, no, I relate to every single thing that you said. And I feel very much the same. I still don't know how to get out of my little slump. Like I just don't feel like painting anymore. I don't have that drive. I don't have, like I said before, that the need to get the attention or acknowledgement from anybody, like not even you. Like I don't really need anybody to tell me this is good or bad or
I don't care.
Awesome, man, or whatever. Which is why it was very uncomfortable being here and getting all that appraisal or from
it's always awkward. You're like,
yeah, you're just sitting there like you can't take it in. Like I took it in more when I listened to it afterwards, but it's just like, it's great. And I feel so privileged and happy that people do enjoy the stuff. But to be crude and maybe a little bit of an asshole, like, I don't really care.
No,
like,
no, no.
I don't care what people think is what I mean.
Of course,
you know?
Of course.
I'm super happy that people love what we do, but we are idiots, but we are also just doing it for the hell of it, you know?
No, I really, like, if the show can help someone, and I'm talking about not the, like, I appreciate the kind words. I don't really need them to continue doing it, but what I like is when someone finds what we've said helpful.
Yes. That's amazing.
That one is a bit beyond a compliment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
It is something like you said the thing. And again, I don't feel like, oh, I did a good thing, pat me on the back. I'm just happy that some of the shit that I say isn't all about dicks. Yeah. And, you know, sometimes they just help someone figure that one thing out.
Yeah.
That, you know, was rocking in there, and they just couldn't, like, they couldn't really fixate, or like, what do you call it? Like, they couldn't focus on that thing. And then when they hear whatever the fuck it is you said.
Yeah, it just clicks.
It clicks. And then if it came from me or from someone else, it really doesn't matter. Yeah. Like, as long as they get help from it.
And same, like, just knowing that people get a little bit of a laugh from our stupidity as well.
As well, yeah.
Just, yeah, it just makes everything worth it. So, yeah, of course. But, I mean, it's just...
I don't need the approval anymore either. No. Like, the thing is, I know that I am good at art. Will I love every piece I make because of that? No, that's not a thing. But I don't need compliments. I don't need people to, like, when I draw something at home, even now that I've drawn things, I just haven't posted any of it.
Yeah. Same. I'm working on 50 billion
I'll post, things. You know, whatever I feel is relevant, but the rest I'm just going to, you know, have there. I don't really crave any of the attention. Like, because it feels unnecessary.
I'm sure we'll get there, like, when we get close to 40 and we'll get that 40-year
crisis.
Panic. Yeah, crisis.
No, but I feel like I'm still reaching out to what matters.
Yeah.
When it comes to, you know, like, I'm still getting work. I'm still getting, you know, stuff. Like,
you get to do what you want to do.
Exactly that.
Plus, you get money for it.
Exactly, and it doesn't feel like I don't have to stress anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I guess that's the what I like. I don't have to stress to post on social media because I can't come up with anything to post, and when I do, it's on my terms, which feels really good. And then, you know, I don't know, like, it all feels calm. You know what I mean? But I have a lot of things I want to achieve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like I don't want to create. I just accept that right now I feel a bit overwhelmed with everything. So I'm going to pause.
Yeah.
And not stress that I'm reaching 40.
It's more, I guess it's like, there's still time.
That's the thing. There is time. Like,
whereas 20 years ago, there was no time.
No, but 40 was old back then. I remember when my dad turned 40.
Same.
And a bunch of old people came, and they were old together.
Yeah, they were also old. And I was like, I'm never going to be that old.
Exactly.
Like, I'm going to die at 25. Easy.
You know? We rented a fucking, you know, like a place on the other side of Ica, you know, the across the road there, those houses.
Frihetsvägen? No.
I don't know what that one's called. Like, you have, like, Ica and the whole, like, torget there, and then the square, and then you, like, there's across the road, and then there are these tall houses there as well.
Yeah, with the fritidsgård.
Yeah, exactly. And
isn't that where we met?
And blah, 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 that place.
Isn't, like, in one of those, wasn't that where we first met when we were, like, 5?
I don't remember, dude.
I think it was one of those fritids, like, daycare stuff.
Maybe, yeah. Actually, yes, might have been. Because all the dog mammor were hanging there.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think that's where mine lived as well.
Yeah.
But they had these venues that you could rent, like, at the bottom floor. And that's where they celebrated 40, I think. And it was just a bunch of old people. And they looked old. When you look at the photos, I'm like, how are they the same age as we are now?
Yes. That's because I've started going back, looking at, like, old photos on myself. But then you see that.
They have, like, you can see that their faces aren't as aged, but they look and like
they feel
they
so
hold themselves
up.
Yeah,
you know,
it doesn't feel like we're at the same place in life.
But that was the thing back in the day. You know, you grew up early
and looked old early
because back then you wanted to get out of the house as fast as you could.
Yeah,
like when you turned 18, you already had an apartment and you moved away from your parents. Like that was a thing when our parents were young.
Yeah.
Our generation is like,
I got away early, so I don't know. I was
like your brother. Like, I'm just going to stay at home for as long as I can.
Like, I think he was like 30 something.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Because I was 20 when I got out of the house.
Yeah.
And then started moving all over the country.
Yeah.
And then I just had my base at my parents' house to save up a little bit more money so I could go for the next thing.
Yeah, I moved back in for a short while as well.
But 25...
I saved money again, yeah.
24, 25, I got my first real own apartment in Sweden. So, like, I mean, still not super young, but not super old.
Yeah. No, but it is super hard as well. Like, if you want to get, like, a first hand.
Name your sex tape. Yeah. Super hard.
Super hard.
I love that button. It's the best. The best button ever. It's that one and this one, of course. Which is my sex tape.
No, but it is, and I don't know, like I'm not as stressed. Like I was more stressed about turning 20 and not being able to do a lot of shit than I am now going to 40.
What about 30?
It didn't even bother me. Like I was like 30 feels like an in-between age.
Yeah. Didn't really register.
You know what it feels like? 30 is the new 15.
Yeah.
When you turn, and everyone's like, oh, you're 15. You're like, I can do nothing different when I'm 15. Why do you make it why is it a big deal?
It's an even number, man.
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. And then you get to 18.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, like it doesn't feel different, but you can do some stuff.
The world opens up.
Yes. And then you turn 20 2 years later. And that also feels pointless. But because...
Even number.
Yeah. It's an even number. And
you can start buying stuff
at the system. Which is the place where you buy alcohol in Sweden. There's one place.
There's one place.
To get the strong stuff.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Like 30, it didn't feel like you guys like turned up to my 30-ish, whatever it's called. Yeah, 30. What the fuck? I can't put sentences together.
We did a surprise
thingy.
Yeah,
when I turned 30.
Yes.
It was nice. It was very nice. I did not expect anyone to come because I told Maria to not invite anyone.
And she invited everyone.
No, but she only invited people that I would not mind.
Yeah.
So even if like you came as a bunch, like it was you, Nico, Samantha, you know, like it was all like people that I like and the core friend group. Yeah. So I didn't really mind. Like had she invited anyone else, I would have minded very much. Because now it's like, oh, what are we going to do when you turn 40? I was like, leave me
nothing.
Fuck alone. Yeah.
Yeah, we had that conversation just yesterday.
Yeah, I don't want...
What do you want to do for your 40th? I'm like, do I have to do something?
Yeah, I don't like any of that. I don't even know why my dad did.
Yeah, and she was like, oh, I'm just going to fix something for you. And I'm like, okay.
No, I think I'm going to, like, when they wake up, on October 4th, like in the future, I'm going to be gone. And then I'll be back the next day. I was like, oh, hi, how's everyone doing? Like I was there the day before. Jesus Christ, I don't want anything.
Just do a cardboard cutout, you know, life size.
That would be so fucking funny though. Yeah, dude. Just put myself
Home Alone.
Yeah. Have like a little toy car driving around in circles.
Beep, beep. Just smiling and waving. He's so happy today.
I put I cut out my face and put it on Michael Jordan.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I don't know. I'm very comfortable with getting older right now, at least. I don't know what 50 is going to bring.
But I think it's also because we both look really good getting old. Like
I haven't shaved my beard, so I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
I
look like 15 again. So.
Oh yeah, you look so weirdly chinless and
I think 28. I think I could pull off 28 probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, I do get that comment a lot when I do say how old I am, people rarely think I'm older than 30, 33 maybe, which is fantastic, and thank you. But it's also, I don't know, it makes you think after a while, like why do I sort of present that energy? Why do I feel so much younger? Like we talked about, like comparing ourselves to our parents or whatever
to the generation before us. I think it's because we wear caps.
I was just going to say.
Caps. If my dad had a cap, no, he would just look like Gargamel with a hat on. So I don't think that would work.
That's so true, though. I've always seen him as Gargamel.
At least when he had hair. Now
a bit taller.
A bit, No, now that he has no hair, like he's shaved down all of it, it's harder to make that, like, because he had the Gargamel hair basically, like on the sides only, you know. Jesus.
Perfect. But oh my God,
but I guess this episode kind of ties into the living life on your own terms, kind of thing, because it is exactly that. If you want to be a great artist, you got to make time to be a great artist, and if you always have conflict, like and I think that struggle is important to develop as a person, and kind of find out where your rough edges are, because I think that, when I'm stressed, I'm a less of an ideal me than I would be, under perfect circumstances.
Yeah.
So I think some struggles is really nice to see kind of where your like your edges are, and to kind of smooth them out a bit, because there are like phases in life, and where you're going to be worse, but I think that just facing them every now and then and being kind of mindful to how you're acting towards others, and trying to like, okay, but when I get stressed, I turn into this asshole. What can I do to be less of that asshole when that, shit hits the fan?
Yeah, exactly. Because it will inevitably happen again.
Yeah, it will happen. And you can, like, it might be like the way you look at the problem, or the way that, like, the build up to the problem. Like, there could be so many things affecting your decisions or the way that you act. And I think just being mindful of it and, like, seeing yourself. You can, like, over time, that's the thing. I've always felt like, oh shit, I can't change. But then over time, we all do change. It's just like, it won't happen overnight. Yeah, it won't happen the first time, like it happens again, or the second or third time. But then over time, you're like, oh shit. Like, for example, one thing we talked about early on this show was how negative we are towards new things.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore. But it took me years to get to the point where I don't like, or like when my wife's like, oh, we should take the kids to, like the badhuset, as we say, like to go swimming, bathhouse. I don't know if that's swimming what they're pool. Called. Yeah, like some public bullshit.
Bathhouse.
And I don't know what they're called. What the fuck are they called?
I don't know. Well, it really depends on where you go.
Who cares? Indoor swimming sucks. And I hate it, and I still hate it, but that's not my first go-to thought now, which I've always done. Like, I've always complained about it. Like, audibly, like, like, and every time I do it, I hate myself a little more.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's a thing that's changing.
Yeah.
Especially when we had kids, and my wife kind of, like, tries to come up with something fun to do, and she gets like,
you just shoot her down every time.
Every time. Yeah. And like my first initial reaction, and then I try to save it by, it might be fun.
I go there first now.
But I just, like, I've stopped reacting negatively, because I know I hate it. So the only thing I can do now is make it better,
or hate it in silence.
But usually when I change my outlook, it also changes the experience.
It does.
So last time we went to the bathhouse, was it a terrible experience? No. It was in my head when she said it.
Mm-hmm. But then
I didn't ruin her day by and then we went there and everyone had a good time. Even me, less than them probably, but still not total shit.
Yeah.
And that's because I made an effort to, not embrace the suck.
Yeah.
Which is used, I guess, in a way that, I don't know. But it's just it helps over time to kind of just be mindful of your own shit.
Yeah. I mean, you should always be a little bit of a yes man.
Yeah. I think it
not
helps.
in every situation, obviously. If some random stranger in a van offers you candy, maybe not say yes.
Take the opportunity.
Yeah.
Go live your life.
Who knows? Maybe.
Then we're back on dicks.
Yeah.
But
Only
actually,
the candy.
yeah. But you got candy.
Yeah. See?
No, but something though that I think a lot of people, it is a trap for creativity as well, is saying yes to too many things.
It is.
Say yes to the things you want to do first, I guess.
Yeah. But, we've both been these people that just did say yes to every opportunity that we got.
Oh, yeah.
And I know for a fact that I work better under pressure and with
cocaine. Yeah.
Yeah, and with many projects going at the same time. I've always been that guy that have had 4 different things always sort of working simultaneously and doing all of them all at once. But that's always been where I've been in my prime, and that's my element, I guess. And now there is just the tattoo and waiting for baby. That's the thing. So I'm really...
That's also an adjustment period that comes with,
And, I can't give myself more projects. I do have the writing stuff, and I'm drawing the poster, and I have a lot of different things.
Right?
Yes.
It's,
But all of those are my own private things. It's not anything that gives me, I don't have a company waiting for this to be finished. I don't have a brief that I need to go by. I don't have any type of pressure on me at all. And that makes me not do anything.
Do it yet.
And then always just waiting for the right moment to do this project and whatever. But while I'm waiting for that, I'm coming up with a new one, and then a new one, and then a new one. It's like my PlayStation account. It's just filled with so many games that I haven't installed.
But I think that's the beauty of it as well, is the more you mature as well, these ideas also mature with you.
Yeah, because I'm combining a lot of them now.
Exactly. Yeah, so you have a wide or a big library to pick from, instead of having that one idea and then oh shit, that does not work at all.
Exactly.
The end.
Yeah.
And then your project is dead, and you have to start from zero, which I think is something that I didn't understand being younger. I was I have this one thing, and we're gonna do the one thing, and then the one thing. Failure wasn't even on the map.
No.
I was I'm going to do the one thing, and then I'm going to, I'm going to
achieve greatness.
Yeah, exactly. And then I will reap the benefits of this one idea that could fail miserably. And I don't know why I didn't think about that, at all. I didn't have that in me, which I guess is the...
But it's being slapped in the face with
the
failure
reality.
so many times that now you just know.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Of course. Failure is always an option.
You get several opportunities.
Yeah, you do.
Several times in a lifetime.
Yeah. And then eventually you just stop caring.
Yeah. And you die.
And you die, yeah.
But fuck, I had a thing there because you said that. Right. Yeah, something that feels different now compared to when I was younger as well is that I never feel like I'm starting from zero.
Yeah. No, I have this pile of stuff that I'm standing on already.
It feels like, all the experience that I have about failing, I built a mountain of failure.
Yeah.
So I'm standing on the mountain of failure, or the experience from failure, rather. So it feels like I have all that experience with me. So now that when my knees break, I'll sulk like a little bitch, because I'm allowed.
Yeah.
But I won't stay there.
Yeah, you're not falling to the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
The ground is almost too far down to even see.
No, but it's like that scene from Beavis and Butthead when they jump out of the plane and they're we just got to run fast, to kind of make up the difference in speed. And
in the back of the truck.
Yeah, in the back of the truck. That's what it is, maybe. Yeah. But that's what it feels like to me as well. I have the experience to make up for that speed.
Yeah.
Which I Don't always.
But you also have TP for your bunghole.
But I have TP for my bunghole.
And I mean, that's security that everybody kind of needs in life.
But yeah, it never feels like I'm starting over, even with 2 busted knees now. Like, the first knee, I was a bit unsure. But, when I broke the second one after my 4-day sulk.
Bust the knee.
Exactly. Great game. No. It's just like, I've already done this. Yeah. I already know how to solve this.
Yeah.
And it feels like that with everything. Everything feels so achievable,
like a broken knee.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's all a broken knee.
No. I guess it is. Yeah, it's all just like it's not a problem. Exactly. Barely an inconvenience.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. That wraps it up now.
Fit it in again. Perfect.
Always. Yeah. I love that guy now.
Yeah.
If I could marry him, my life is complete. Then I can die.
Yeah. But. Yeah, I think we're starting to talk in straight circles again.
Yep.
That's also because we're old. No. Hopefully,
did I tell you about that one time when we talked about age?
When we saw Beavis and Butthead, and
do America.
They did America.
They did great. No.
I remember it fondly. We saw it at the movies. You and me, I think.
But let's see what we think of it now.
Yeah. Again. Yeah. Fuck it. Tell us what you guys think.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Like, if you are a youngling, how can you relate to what we're saying? Do you relate at all, or is this total nonsense?
Yeah, is this old people talk?
Yeah, and if you are an old person,
older,
do you feel that you can relate, or are we really just talking out of our asses here?
Exactly. Do you feel like you've achieved enough? Or do you feel stressed about it? Or, whatever you're feeling about this and your age, tell us on the Discord.
Do it.
Do it now, you son of a friend.
Do it now.
Come on. Ooh, that was good, Robert. Yeah, very nice.
Barely an inconvenience.
Yeah, shit. Okay, well, with that, we can't top that.
Nope.
Robert and Arnold, let's move on.
Moving on! Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. And we're back.
Beautiful.
It's our secret.
Nobody knows.
So I haven't seen a lot. I've seen 2 things.
I've written down what I've seen.
Maybe 3.
And it was more than I thought I had seen.
Yeah. Okay, well so then you are in the lead.
But
I can't even talk about the one of the things I've seen.
No, but we can to a certain extent.
Okay, but I'm afraid to say something that you haven't seen.
That's okay. I'm I'm pretty much always okay with that sort of stuff, but see it as practice. But we're still sort of working on the Twin Peaks thing.
Yeah. So that's a really slow watch.
It is. Oh, man, it's taking forever.
Okay, I'm never going to watch it. I don't have to feel bad.
The first season, yes.
Nah,
because the first season was really great. Yeah. I could embrace it. The second season is twice as long as the first season. The first season is 8 episodes, I think.
And the second is hubris?
22 episodes. It's insane.
It doesn't even feel like a lot compared to other shows.
But now Billy Zane is in it.
Oh,
so
shit.
It's already...
I didn't even know he was in it.
And Mulder, what's his name?
Oh, shit, Duchovny.
Duchovny is in it. And everybody is in it.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's so fun. Really, it's like every single sort of legendary B-movie actor is in Twin Peaks, especially season 2.
Very cool.
I love it. Like, I've got a lot of them spoiled because I needed to look up a character, and I just saw all of the people involved in season 2. I was like, what? No, what? So that's cool, but it's just so slow, and like, where is it going? And it's
shit, it's not even clear on that point. Like,
it's gone from one thing to a bigger thing, similar to the one thing, but it's still very. It's David Lynch, man. It's weird. But something new that I've seen with kind of in regards to something that you don't want to spoil, but Stranger Things. The guy who plays Steve has released a new movie in between season 3 and 4. which is called Spree, and is kind of amazing. It's also really...
Why does it sound familiar?
It's not the best of movies, but it's very current and it's very fun. So it's about, well, Steve Harrington, I guess, but as this... Well, it kind of relates to what we're talking about. It's he's, what is he, middle-aged dude that really wants to make it as a social media person.
Okay.
He just really needs to get the followers, and he's doing everything in his power to become Insta famous, I guess. And he babysat
What's up, Robert?
That was somebody that he babysat became
famous.
What's it called?
Social media manager?
Yeah, but influencer. Yes, became like a really, really big influencer, and is still a young kid, but has like their own house and everything now. So he keeps like talking to that person and compares himself to it, and he figures that, well, if I start killing people on like and streaming that,
oh shit,
that's gonna make me super Insta famous. And that's kind of what the movie is about, like extremely rough. It's a new movie. It just came out, I think, so I rented it.
Now Spree makes sense.
Yeah, and Spree is the name. So he's like an Uber driver, but Spree is the name of Uber, you know. So he's like a Spree driver. And then,
I'm just like killing
just
Spree.
Goes from there. Yes, exactly. So it works in a lot of different ways. But I really enjoyed this movie. It's a very like an independent movie. You're just with him in his car, more or less, and doing very, very weird stuff. But it's this combination of really, really dark stuff with good humor and the social media
aspect
stuff that just it all works, and it's such a perfect movie for now. Because this is what I see the future becoming, or now, really. You know, the craving of being famous on these platforms and the length people will go to just get numbers. It's great. And the actor, I don't know why I didn't look it up. I don't know what his name is, but the actor that plays Steve Harrington and in Free Guy and all of these, he's amazing. He plays this character so...
Oh, he is
the guy. Like, and again, like he looks like he's 17 or something. He's over 30. He's old. He's almost our age.
Okay,
but he looks so young in this movie. It's insane. I don't know when they made it, but it just got released. But that's definitely something I recommend if you're into indie movies, because we talked about that last time.
Yeah, looking at something that's outside of the woke.
Yeah, and I thought it was fun just to see Stranger Things guy.
I love
movie.
Steve. He's my favorite.
He is a fucking hero, man. But yeah, Spree out on rental wherever you rent stuff, and it'll probably be on Netflix or any other platform very, very soon. But I definitely recommend it. Another thing that I started watching that I can't really talk all that much about is the new Chris Pratt thing on
the
Prime.
Terminal List or whatever.
Terminal List, yes. So I just saw a YouTuber, of course, talk about it, and he was recommended it by some other YouTuber. And he wasn't going to watch it because it just was like, whatever.
Yeah, I think the marketing for it sends the wrong message somehow. Like, it makes it generic and uninteresting.
You don't really know what it is, and it's not really intriguing. It feels like something you've seen a billion times.
That's what I mean. When you see like a movie poster like Thor Ragnarok, or like any Drew Struzan poster that we talked about earlier, or like posters that kind of give you a little bit of what you're gonna get. Like, I would be on that, but this is just some fucking like...
It's an image of Chris Pratt.
With a cap sometimes, and he looks super serious.
Remember that other Prime thing that he did? That I guess you haven't seen?
No.
When they go into the future to fight aliens?
No.
That was also really good.
Okay.
it looks like the same poster because that's exactly what it is. It was just Chris Pratt, but with a futuristic weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the same pose, but like Chris Pratt with a normal gun. Yeah. This show is really good. Damn. Really, really good. I know I say that a lot, but this one feels like...
But it's a show.
Yeah, it's a show. I thought it was a movie.
Because that's what I thought as well.
I haven't... because I just found it yesterday, so I started watching it at like 2 o'clock at night. And I need to go back and watch from the beginning because I was like drawing stuff while watching it. So not fully focused. But the little stuff that I did see and what I heard was so good. Like it's a really, really deep drama, really good action, and Chris Pratt is acting his ass off.
Is Chris Pratting it?
He is.
I don't know what that means.
Well, it means...
But he's good. Yeah. I like him.
Like he's been good in pretty much everything that he's in. Even Parks and Rec, he's fucking awesome. But the Terminal List, it's... Well, I tried to explain it to you, but it's more or less... Like imagine a guy with PTSD, like coming from a war that, well, he did a mission that went to hell. Let's just put it that way. So he's dealing with a lot of shit, and he can't really tell what's real and what's not real anymore because of what happened.
Yeah, plus a plot.
Plus a plot on top of that.
Yeah, something happened.
So it sounds super messy, and it is, but it also makes sense, and it just makes you even more and more intrigued because now you need to know, like, is it all in his head?
How many episodes in are you?
I've only seen 2 episodes.
Okay.
So, but it already sold me in on the first one. The thing is, when you start watching the first one, it feels like one of those generic sort of war movies. But at the end, it just like, and you're in. After that, cool. You're sold. If you're not sold by the end of the first episode, then like, of course, keep watching. But, but after that, I was like, okay, I can't not see the second episode. And then I had to force myself to go to bed after the second episode. So it just keeps getting more and more like, well, the whole scratching the surface of something, and then it just uncovers this gigantic thing, maybe.
Yeah.
It feels very unique. It feels very, like, also true to, like, if you are any type of military geek and you're into that sort of stuff, this is going to really, really satisfy you because it feels like everything they're doing is very genuine to the craft of, what do you call it, like a business military guy, like somebody that's in it for life. What's it called? Like,
yeah, it's called...
as a career military person.
That's what it's called, career military person.
Yes, exactly. No, but just the way they move and the way Chris Pratt really moves, he sells it in so well.
For us that don't know all about it, I guess, like, he sells it. Yeah.
He sells it, for sure. But I think out of everything that I'm going to babble about, that is for sure my biggest recommendation now. So... again, just like the Jack Reacher show, it just came out of nowhere, and Prime just fucking delivers. It's, surprisingly good.
Very nice.
I would really love for anybody else to see it and tell me what they think if I'm just being crazy. But yeah, so far I really, really love it. I've sold it into Santa, so I'm going to rewatch it.
And also, it's called The Terminal List.
Terminal List, yes. But yeah, what have you seen? Let's do back and forth.
Well, you recommended, after we got the stuff from Comics Heaven, we got the comic book Happy.
Yes.
And you said that it was a show on Netflix, and I had totally not seen that. So I started watching it, and I've seen the first season of Happy, and it was surprisingly awesome.
It makes you happy.
Yeah, there are some things that I don't like about it, but that seems to be like something that's repeated in other shows as well.
Okay.
It's like how people get out of shit without a proper like transition.
Oh, okay.
Like, for example, he's tied up and then he gets loose because he pulled his arm up.
Yeah.
That's like Why?
Where's the struggle?
Where's the struggle? Give me a reason.
Give me a how.
I just need like a semi-believable how.
Yeah.
He can't just like rip him off because you can't. You know what I mean? Like unless you're super strong. He's not super strong.
Yeah, but that ties in with Stranger Things for me.
Yeah.
But we'll dive into that
exactly.
later.
And it's stuff that like I feel like I don't know if it's something that's missed during production and then you just do the best of what you have. But it feels like it happens a lot, especially in kids' movies as well. You know, like live action kids' movies. Like they're like they do weird shit that just like it's so far off what is believable. Like even for my kids, they were like, "Why did they do that?" Like that, and you're like, "Yeah, why do they do that?
Yeah.
Like why couldn't they just like had a reason for cutting off the thing, you know, instead of just it happened."
Yeah,
you know,
it's like 1 second.
Yeah, it's like just add the thing that solves your problem instead of making this weird solution. And it feels like this show has a couple of those moments, but all in all, though, it feels like Nobody that we recommended.
Which, if you haven't seen, definitely try to.
Or if you like Nobody, this is like a full 2 seasons of, or the first one that I've seen at least.
Yeah,
feels like Nobody with a different story, you know, and its own unique take on, you know, this character that we get to follow.
I think the second, not to spoil anything, but I think the second season isn't as strong as the first one. Mm-hmm. Just a heads up. So hopefully that will make it better, but lower your expectations. I really enjoy the first season.
I don't know anything about the second season. I don't even know how you follow up. It felt like
it's finished.
Done.
Yeah, I know. Which,
So I don't know. Like, it's a fun show. It's very brutal and graphic in a good way, and they don't like pull any punches at all.
No.
Like they'd rather like slice you than, you know.
And that's what caught me off guard.
Yeah,
because I just put it on.
Yeah, I was not expecting it to be like that grim. Yeah. Like when it is.
And it's kind of old now. Like I saw the first season, I think, in Australia, to be honest.
But there is one thing that bothers me with all these shows, and it isn't only about Happy. It's about a lot of shows that deal with loss.
Yeah.
No one feels loss. Like they are all worried about the one person that the movie's about, and then people die in front of them and no one's reacting.
Yeah.
That bothers me so much.
The Terminal List. Check it out.
Okay. No, but I just can't do it. Like if people die around you, you will react somehow. Like it might be panic, it might be something, you know, like it might be indifference, but it feels like in these movies, as long as it isn't like your best buddy dying, even when a close friend dies, no one cares. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're not killing the story, the plot person, so we don't worry about you, or we don't have time to, you know, feel anything. Like
and just like
we just like like 50 people died for us to save this one person.
Yeah. Was it worth it?
Yeah, exactly. Probably. And when you make that, that's again like hands getting untied for no reason, you know, just to plot convenience.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, like it really, really bothers me.
Yeah.
When it happens, because it kind of just like, okay, so they got untied.
I mean, sometimes they can get away with it because the story is so good, or you know, it just moves on, so you don't think about it. But sometimes it is kind of like the woke thing, where it just gets really shoved in your face.
I think that's a great comparison. It isn't about them doing some stuff like, oh shit, we didn't plan for this actually, so now it sucks. But the rest of it is so good that it's fine.
Yeah.
And I think there's a little wokeness in a lot of stuff where you just I don't care. Like it's just like,
I mean, you see it if you want to see it too, like,
and also that. But I mean, just sometimes it's like it sticks out just enough for you to notice, but you can just like, and it doesn't like that's the thing. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a bit too on the nose, sometimes it's like why?
Yeah.
And then you know everything else is so tight though that you just move on. But it's just like I said, like, it happens a bit too often.
Yeah.
Like, even the mom that worries about, like, the daughter and all that, where the plot, like, people just die left and right, and it's all just dandy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're all, like, high-fiving, basically.
Then wait until season 2.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to have a bit of a shift, and it gets really dark, too, and weird. So
okay, yeah.
I'm kind of interested to hear what you think if you keep watching.
Yeah, I'll keep watching.
But I am super happy that you enjoyed Happy because
it was a fun ride.
I did talk about it like ages ago.
You know, like now that I've watched it, I remember seeing the trailer for it coming to Netflix, but I was like, oh, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah,
like the trailer. And then I didn't watch it at all.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens.
Because I forgot, yeah.
Just to move on, because, well, we have stuff.
Oh, shit.
But, I broke the seal. I couldn't hold it anymore, and I saw The Boys.
Son of a bitch.
Not going to spoil anything because Ilias hasn't broken the seal, but, yeah, I just reactivated my Prime. And I was like, "Oh, there's a lot of cool movies here."
Yeah, Robert's in his prime now.
Yeah, I'm always in my prime. And then there was The Boys just sitting there, a click away. And then I saw something, and I was like, let's just watch the first episode. And then 7 episodes later.
Oh, so 7, all right.
Yeah. So there's only one more. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just wait
I'm gonna start.
one more week.
No, I'm just going to start.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you're probably going to reach that last episode. It just, again, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that hasn't seen the last season of The Boys.
Or any season
or
of The
any
Boys.
season. If you haven't seen it and you are kind of sick of the whole superhero genre trope, but still enjoy superhero stuff, this is the best show.
Yeah, this is the show for superheroes where they've taken a different approach.
It's exactly what I want to see. It is superheroes done in real life. What it would be like being a superhero or being around a superhero or a person with superpowers in this world for real. And they do it so well, and it's so dark, and it's so perfect, and it's so like well balanced with the humor and the action and the drama and everything.
And my favorite part about the show is how it feels like it's a Disney-esque corporation running the superhero thing.
Yeah. And then again, I mean, it's Eric Kripke. It's the showrunner from Supernatural, who is really a big nerd himself and just pointing the finger at all of these corporations. That's kind of what it feels like, but in the best possible way.
But in the best possible way, yeah. Like, and he still focuses on his, like, the story he's trying to tell with this.
And it's still woke, and it's still all of this. Like, it still caters to every single person watching it. It's going to offend people, for sure, but it's also, like, rectifying it in other ways. Like, it's not holding back any punches, and it's just going for it. And it just keeps doing that in this third season.
Yeah.
So,
it's, like, when it gets weird and dark, it gets weird and dark.
Yeah.
A lot.
And so I'm just saying, like, you know, buy a seatbelt, strap yourself in, and maybe strap on, and enjoy this fucking ride. Yeah. I've loved it. I couldn't stop watching it. Let's just put it that way. Sleep was not necessary. The boys were. So I loved every single moment of it. And I also, because of Prime, finished Vox Machina finally. And really enjoyed the last couple of episodes. Like, I started watching it, and then I saw an episode every once in a while, just while I was drawing stuff. Then kind of forgot about it, let it go. And then when I activated it and had finished The Boys, it popped up, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck, I hadn't finished that. So just saw the last couple of, I think it was 5 episodes left or something. So
how many episodes total? 12?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So I thought I had seen more, but it really got good towards the end. Like, it really made me invested, and I enjoyed it. Like, the stakes just got higher and higher, and it got more and more, like, real. Instead of being goofy and funny all the time, it just got more serious and heartfelt in the perfect way.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed it. Towards the end, like looking at the whole thing, I really enjoyed it. So I hope a season 2 is coming soon. And then I mentioned last time that I missed starting Spriggan because I really wanted to watch that Netflix anime show. I think it's an old.
I think as well. Like I
old
remember
show or
seeing,
manga or something. I've heard.
I
of
think
it.
it's an anime as well. Like it's both. But
So this might be like a new,
like a revamp.
Yeah. Nothing special. Like it's okay, but it was kind of exactly what I expected.
That's what I hate about all of them.
Yeah.
Like they're exactly what I think they're going to be.
And that's what I hate, because back in the day, if you remember when we started watching anime, it was fucked up. You didn't know shit. Like when you started watching a movie and you thought it was about something, like, haha, think again. It's about this, but also about this, and it's really fucked up, and it's going this way that you never ever thought about, and then just ends without an explanation for anything. And they just leave you there with the finger. Like, fuck you, we don't care, we did what we wanted to do. And now it's become a Netflix anime. Kind of like a Disney thing, you know? Like, it's just the same. It's all the same.
Yeah, I don't know why the story sucks so much. Like, they're not in, like, you don't get invested in
Not
anything.
at all. Like, that's why I loved Squid Game.
And JoJo,
because,
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Squid Game. Shit, that's what I need to watch. Yeah.
But that kind of felt
It's
like a
only
live
8 episodes?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But it feels like a live action anime from back in the day.
Yep.
And I loved it, really. It's like thinking back at it, I think I like it even more now. But yeah, Spriggan, you know, if you don't have anything else to watch, it's got some cool action scenes, but it's very generic, and it's, you know.
I tried watching an anime on Netflix like earlier this year about these kids that get pulled back in time. I don't remember what it was called. They get pulled into a video game or something like that, like into this fantasy place.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
And then they get, like, the king rewards them some special weapons and shit.
Called Dungeons and Dragons, is that it?
Dude, it's basically what they're sort of doing. But again, you just don't give a fuck about any of them.
No.
It's just that same fucking recipe again of... You watch, like, you expect something to happen, to unfold, to get interesting.
Yeah.
But no.
Why go there? Like, why risk it, Ilias?
I think Sirius the Jaeger is the last anime I watched that I enjoyed.
That was great. That was really
like, still,
cool.
like, even the ending on this one is a bit like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But... Like, all in all, though, like, I like the characters, the story,
Be the Beginning was also good.
Be the Beginning, I tried rewatching.
But then they came out with the second season, and just became that generic thing again.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the whole thing. I just, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And I rewatched the first one,
same.
and I didn't care.
Same.
Like,
it was better than the first time around.
Yeah.
But then, then we followed it up with the other one.
Yeah.
And
I just
it was
couldn't,
cool.
yeah. Because I started rewatching as well because I couldn't get into the second one, but I just wasn't interested.
Yeah. But speaking of Netflix, I also kept watching The Umbrella Academy. Did it get better?
It's just Umbrella now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like watching an umbrella.
There's no stakes.
Yeah.
But there are. But it just, you don't feel it at all. Like, they don't sell it. It's like... Every character became like apathetic or like very like meh, you know. Oh, the world's ending. Meh, who cares?
Aww.
Should we do something about it? Yeah.
I saw something regarding the number 5.
Yeah.
His character as Batman's Robin, which
he would be a perfect.
Dude, yeah,
Damien.
he's so fucking perfect,
Damien,
and also. It wasn't anything official, but just someone was like, I'm ready to die on this hill. And I was like, yep.
Cool.
I don't want to see anything from DC, but he would be perfect.
Yeah. That's
He
perfect.
has the look, right? He has the look.
And if he had like Robert Pattinson as the father, because they kind of look similar. But you need Pattinson to be older. He needs to get up there.
I see what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
He has the emo hair.
Exactly.
But no, I don't want that.
Something
Batman.
with the eyes,
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know. I don't like that Batman. Like the
pet.
Yeah, the like
pet.
Yeah, I just
Bat pet.
like these last Batmans
Batman.
or Batman. Yeah, Batflex. They don't like. They feel like empty characters. Like even Christian Bale's, I didn't feel like there's anything beyond Batman. Yeah, and what I mean, like as Bruce Wayne, there's nothing. No one elaborates on the Bruce Wayne angle in a way that makes you give a shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Batman with Christian Bale, it's an action movie.
Yeah.
In that sense, it's
it's
cool.
still great.
I haven't seen them in years, so I might hate them now, but I hope I don't. But I just like there's nothing there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's.
I do.
I just want to care about the characters. Like I care about Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
Why don't I care about Batman? You know what I mean? Like
Because you can relate more to Kick-Ass.
I know.
He's us.
But I can also relate to Nicolas Cage in that movie.
But he's
And
also us.
He's Batman. That
Yeah,
is the
he
best
is.
Batman.
Exactly.
Can Nicolas Cage just play Batman?
But that's Batman without the money.
Exactly.
Well, for some reason,
But
he
for
can
some-
buy
yeah.
all types of guns and
But they do
jetpack
have
miniguns.
no. But they took a lot of
Yeah, but that's the thing. They take money from the mobsters.
The mobsters,
They're
and
doing
then
the
they use
Boondock
it.
Saints thing.
yeah.
Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints
Perfect
is the
Batman.
best
Yeah.
that we need and deserve.
Yeah.
No, I just like I'm so tired of all these empty movies where they just go through emotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they go through the motions. They just like I am superhero in cape fighting bad guys. Like
But I think that's the thing. Like, why Kick-Ass worked so well is because it was a new hero.
yeah.
And
But
he could have just as easily
Yeah.
died.
yeah.
It's Batman, even though he would die. If they killed him off, there would be another Batman. Batman will never die. It's
Yeah.
always going to be a thing. Like Spider-Man or everybody, there's no real life stakes
Yeah.
because it's like the Black Widow paradox, I guess.
Yeah.
You make a movie about a character that you already know dies at this point, and this movie is set years ahead of that. Like, where's the stakes? How
Yeah.
are you going to be invested with this character if you know that they can go through anything,
Yeah.
but they're dying there?
Yeah.
What's the point in making that movie? You know, in Kick-Ass, the whole thing starts with him more or less getting killed. Like it's already. Yeah, I mean, I just rewatched it a couple of weeks ago. Actually, it's. I think I like it more now.
I like it. I think the only time I don't like it is when that kid from American Pie comes in. Or like not American Pie. Sorry,
Superbad.
Superbad. Yeah, and makes it into a cartoon.
Yeah,
That's the only thing, because that one, he just feels like a cartoon pasted into
but
this
that's
movie.
because he's read so many comic books and has a shit ton of money, so he can make the real life comic book thing.
I wish it just wasn't as dumb as I perceive it for me.
But they do have those small glimpses of him becoming like, or showing his humanity. Like
no, those
which
are
is
fine. Yeah.
Also, like he plays the character so well in that way. Red Mist is the character. It's just, I think it's perfect. Like really, because I really analyzed it a lot when I watched it now, and it's in so
But there's a
many
Kick-Ass
ways.
2.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it.
What?
Yeah.
You haven't seen
I don't
Kick-Ass
think
2?
I have seen Kick-Ass 2. It just came out and I just missed it.
You don't know about the sharks or anything? No?
No.
No? The fuck, man? Jim Carrey?
What?
Dude.
Or maybe, are they gathering up superheroes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then I've seen Kick-Ass 2. Okay, never mind.
Because that one,
I just don't remember it.
I
at
didn't
all.
like it as much when I saw it the first time, and then I watched it again, and it became better, and I slowly but surely really started loving that movie.
That's also the way that I watch Kill Bill. Like when they first came out, I was so disappointed on Kill Bill 2.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Me too.
now that I'm older, I
prefer
hate
it.
the first one and I love the second one.
Same. That's so weird how that works.
Yeah.
I've still rewatched the first one more than I have the second one. But I do enjoy the second one a lot more than the first one.
Same.
It's just, I don't know, it's got more weight to it. It's
a
darker.
Lot more, yeah. The first one feels like a Tarantino cartoon action movie, and it's fine and it's great, like in its own way.
It has a cartoon.
Yeah, of course, in it. Yeah, and the fights are garbage, but there are some fun moments, and stereotypical, like sort of like these, like when they're fighting, like the battling of the mouths first before the fights start. Like the whole like. Oh shit! I just killed my mic.
Cool.
No, but they have this like pre-fighting thing that is very Tarantino, and it's beautiful in that sense. And then in the second one, it's just plot.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I should rewatch the second one now.
Mm.
Before we go into the Stranger
of the Things.
The last thing that I started watching was the first episodes of Only Murders in the Building Season 2. And
it's already out?
It's already out. So they released 2 episodes last week. And it's going to be a weekly, every Wednesday, I think. I really loved the first season. I thought it was great. It's a good contained story. And it ends with a cliffhanger that sort of continues now then. Mm-hmm. And I think it actually works. Like, they pulled off a good sequel to the first season. So, I mean, again, it falls in the same trope as all the other ones. They have the woke moments now, and they're forcing it into your face. Like, come on, we know you want to eat this. Just fucking eat the goddamn pie. Pa, pa, pa. Woke pie in your face. Plow. Not at all sick of it. But, I mean, it's still charming and fun enough that I can look past it and just enjoy the ride. Again, it keeps up the same vibe. I love Steve Martin and Martin Short. They're just amazing. I had so much fun with the first season, so I'm just kind of enjoying this ride. Just in case you missed that season 2 is out. And if you've missed the show entirely, it's just a great sort of fun twist of the whole true crime trope that, like, it's such a big thing nowadays. Everybody loves the true crime podcasts or documentaries or all of them. I love all of them.
I hate all of it.
But this just makes fun of it, but also is one.
Okay.
Like in
But it's more like you would be trying to sort of figure something out within one of these mysteries.
Exactly. And again, all of the characters are very relatable. Down to earth, apart from Selena Gomez, who's just the new generation, which we can't relate to.
Maybe I will love her.
Yeah, you're going to love it. And yeah, so season 2 is out. Enjoyed the 2 first episodes. That's all I can say. But that's the last thing that I've seen. So there you go. There's a lot of stuff that I've seen this week. That's also because I've written down everything that I've seen.
Okay, well, let's move on to the final part. So if you haven't seen Stranger Things and don't want that spoiled, Stranger Danger Things,
yes,
then we are diving into a bit of spoiler territory up to the point where Robert has actually seen. So what is the last thing you remember?
The last thing I remember is getting upset with Santa for getting up and leaving right when the emotional stuff started getting to like the peak.
Do you think that's like a thing where she doesn't want to invest emotionally and leaves? Because it feels like she does that exactly when those things are happening.
It really does. It feels like you know, when you are on the spectrum and you don't really know how people feel. And you just like, well, this is probably a good time to get up and just ignore everything.
Walk away.
Yeah. It's like, you know, my eyes were just starting to tear up and I was getting so into it. And like, oh my God.
What is happening here? So I'm afraid to say anything until I know where you're at.
Well, this will be big spoilers.
Yeah,
so this is last episode of season 1. So the 2.5 hour episode, we stopped at, I think it's like 43 minutes left of the episode or something. So every single person is like caught. You have Steve, Robin, and what's her face?
Nancy
caught in the house. Lucas is getting beat up by the dude. Max is being like mind flayed or whatever. And 11 is caught by 1 or all of the other names. So like everybody is caught, and Mike is trying to get her back.
Did they catch the bullet?
They never catch a bullet. But your daddy once catch a bullet. So yeah, it's the big build-up where like he's just starting to kill Max.
I can't say anything. No. I feel like
I'm pretty sure Max is dead. Like she is the only one that is actually okay to be killed off here. So that's what I was building up to, where Sana is just like, she just doesn't understand the builds of a movie, like the building blocks. So she doesn't feel the arc, I think. Like this, it's so hard to explain.
No, dude, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is. Because my wife watches, like Gossip Girl and One Tree Hill or The OC and, Grey's Anatomy. And with those shows, she can totally feel all of it, basically.
She cries and does all that?
I don't know if she cries, but she does cry sometimes. I remember when she was watching, like, Grey's Anatomy and, Izzy or who the fuck it is, like, dies. Spoilers. Who cares? This is a garbage show.
What?
No, but things happen and she gets sad and they're like, but it's very selective to what she, like when Logan, like the classic Sketchbook Heroes talk that we've had about the Logan movie.
The Logan paradox.
Yeah. Me questioning my relationship. Yeah. But it's just like, she watches that filth and she can relate.
Yeah.
She watches good stuff and she can't. She can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so I don't know.
That is the thing. Yeah. It's because it is sci-fi. It's because it is not real. That is what it is. It has to be.
Yeah,
that they can't relate because but they're in another dimension and that couldn't happen. But if it's Grey's Anatomy, it's
I can cry to Grey's Anatomy.
Me too. But I can cry to everything.
I can cry to everything. That's what I mean. Yes. Like I'm not like, I hate that type of show, so I can't cry. No, I can cry to anything. It like the basic emotional like trigger is the same.
Yes.
You just have to like I can watch Logan without crying, but then the movie would suck.
Yeah.
The whole reason for watching Logan is to let yourself feel what the situation kind of
But it's also the 20 years that came before.
Yeah.
And it's all the build-up, all of it.
All the sucky Wolverine movies up to this point.
But really, yes.
No, yes, like, very much, yes.
It's stupid, but it is. Like, we've suffered through those sucky movies.
Exactly.
And then we got the payoff with Logan. Which is
just the 5 seconds in where he just stabs everyone. And you're like, he used the claws! He used the claws!
He said fuck! Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, the bullet holes as well, yeah.
Oh, man. But that's the thing. And with these characters as well, like, it's 4 seasons. It's a long time that we've been with these. Like, we've seen these kids grow up. Okay, Max was a late addition.
But she works.
She works. I love Max. Like, she's really a perfect character and fits really well into the whole thing. But again, like, it just feels like the natural one that, like, kind of like when you're hiring and firing people, last one in, first one out, kind of. So I'm ready for it, and I kind of knew that way back. But just the fact that they're so, talking about the wives now, careless or emotionless to this, which is why I really want to show her the terminal list, because there's a scene there. She might not be able to relate in the same way I
But then it's time to dump her. Yeah, I get it.
But if she doesn't feel anything at that stage, yes, for sure. There's something wrong. Maybe,
I don't know. I can't watch things with my wife. She just checks her phone and stuff. I'm like,
like Santa knows that I get crazy if she does that. She only does it if I pick up the phone.
But you know what my problem is with that? Like, I don't mind you having other shit to do.
But why?
Why can't you, like, if we say we're going to watch a movie, just watch the movie.
Yeah.
And my wife is better. If she lies, like, close to me, then she doesn't do the phone thing. But if she sits, like, on her side, I'm basically beside her. But she lies on her own, not, like, leaning on me.
Then
she drifts off. Yeah.
Same.
So it's, like, basically me holding her head towards the TV.
Yeah, just look.
No, she needs to get like super comfortable.
Yeah,
and then we have the risk of falling asleep instead, drifting into social media land.
Exact same, like 100%.
Yeah,
the exact same.
We have problems. That's why I watch my shit alone and I'm happier.
This is real world problems, people. Like, this is what we deal with.
Exactly.
On a daily
basis. Women and their phones and they're falling asleep.
Apathy and not feeling anything.
And then in real life, we're like, I don't feel anything.
But now you know where I stopped.
Where is...
like, he's just raising the hand to Max's head and she's floating up. Like,
where is... shit, what's his name?
Steve?
No.
Eddie?
Yes, Eddie and Dustin.
Yeah.
Where are they at?
They are out. Like, Eddie is being strangled by a flying flappity flap thing.
Oh, okay,
and Dustin had gone back and back.
And back,
and hurt his leg, and he's like, coming in.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
So that's building up.
I can't talk about anything basically because it's.
You can talk about everything up until that point.
Yeah, I know, but everything.
We haven't talked about Stranger Things that much.
But everything happens now.
I know.
Okay, so let's not talk about the plot. This is sort of where...
I mean, we've already gone 2 hours with this episode. So, I mean, we don't have to go deep dive.
No, we're not going deep. What I wanted to say is the thing that I noticed about a lot of shows now is the unnecessary scenes and the weird scenes that they add. And I feel that this episode has a lot of them.
Yes,
it's
me too.
Like,
it did not have to be 2.5 hours long.
It really didn't.
We could have made it so that Santa actually saw the end of this.
Dude, yes. Yes.
There's so much
you could
unnecessary
just take out,
fluff, I guess, or whatever.
You could go and take out for those scenes. Like, there's that much time.
For real.
Yeah.
There's so many things that I got annoyed with.
Yeah, same here. And I really got I was like, is this a Lord of the Rings tribute? Is this going to like end 4 times now?
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of feels that
pretty
way.
much is what you get.
Yeah.
And it has these weird solutions to things.
Yeah, but
it just doesn't work. Like, Eleven's like dragging the chopper, like we talked about, because you also reacted on that.
They just could have done that so much cooler.
Dude, that scene went on for way too long.
Yeah.
And could have just, like, they could have done it in so many ways.
And how the fuck did Papa survive for that long? Seriously, like he
plot. That's my problem.
He got blasted straight in the chest, or like from the back. His chest would have had a basketball-size hole from that sniper rifle.
Yeah,
and it was like a direct hit. His heart is gone.
Yeah,
and he still survives for
it's a 50 caliber bullet.
Yeah,
like it'll
go through like a tank. And he still survives for that whole, like, 15 minutes of her just standing there waving towards the helicopter. Like, do a twirly thing, helicopter.
Yeah, like, but it doesn't even match her hand.
No. And Santa was like, she's just playing with it. And I'm like, no. She's just
annoying me with it.
She sucks. She fucking sucks.
Yeah. And I hate that because you like the characters.
And what was the purpose of the whole necklace thing? Like that?
I don't care. Like it was, that whole build-up was also garbage.
Because there was no payoff. There was no danger. There was nothing.
Yeah. It was just weird. That's what I'm saying. There's
so
a lot
of those
stuff which just is there to be there.
Yeah.
And maybe this movie would have been 4 hours long.
Yeah.
And they keep cutting stuff to make it watchable.
I mean, that's probably what happened and why they had to release them a month later.
Yeah.
Like, they just needed to edit a little bit more. They weren't 100% finished.
But I don't know, man. I would...
Yeah, there was so many things that just felt so unnecessary.
And something that I don't like about this season, and I loved the season, is that how all the plots are conveniently, every action that every character or group of characters is taking is so perfect with what the characters somewhere else are doing.
Yeah.
And that perfection annoys me. It's not like, oh, look at how they all just
miraculously end up here.
Yeah, because it just feels like everyone is plot conveniently moving to do the same thing without ever syncing. You know what I mean?
What if the surf pizza van came before the chopper and all of those things, and they found that door?
They found the door.
And they're like, how the fuck did we get in here? And they're like perplexed and like, what is this?
Or they just miss 11, and 11 hikes back, and then because that is more likely, and it feels more believable than because too many things timed too perfectly in this movie, and it just becomes poor storytelling. Yeah. It becomes weird.
For me, the chopper is really the one thing.
Oh, I hate seriously. The chopper so much.
A helicopter like that actually makes a lot of noise. It's very visible in a very bright lit sky. It's a black helicopter in a white sky, more or less.
Yeah.
It's you hear it for miles.
And it's high enough for you to see it from basically
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And nobody sees it.
Mm-hmm.
They come out and they're like, what are all these dead bodies? And then all of a sudden there's a chopper just above their heads and starts shooting it. It's so stupid.
I know.
And again, it's the lazy writing here.
It is. It feels super, super weird and lazy.
And this is what I hate. It just feels like they're shitting on it. Take an extra day. That's all you need. How?
And it's stuff like that makes me annoyed as well sometimes, is how the military in the bunker are basically stupid now, and the military coming from the outside
are super
geniuses. Yeah. Why do you have to pull someone down to make the other seem, those contrasts are too great in this scene. Yeah. They both have military backgrounds.
They're in the same team.
They're basically the same thing. They've had the training, the prep.
Yeah.
And these aren't your normal sort of military guys. These are special military guys. Secret
Ilias is doing the finger thing.
Yeah, finger thing. Because they're idiots, all of them. So I hate it when you dumb down someone to kind of just lift someone up, like Star Wars.
Yeah.
You made Poe Dameron and everyone. Yeah.
All the beats
were just...
They just made a remake of The New Hope and ended with Empire.
Yeah.
It was
you don't need to.
in our faces.
It would have been so much more tension, if there was an even fight. Yeah. And, Papa and 11, they barely make it out, and there's this back and forth. Yeah. Right now, they're just they all just got gunned down,
Yeah, and then she does the forever helicopter thing, and then that crashes.
And here again, her power has always been fairly the pressure, how she uses it. It feels good.
It's immediate. Yeah. It's a push. It's a pull. It's just
here. Bam. It's just weird. She does her hand things, and the chopper does its thing, and you're like, why couldn't you sync those?
And then the helicopter crashes
really slowly
on top of the Humvees, and they all explode, and that's fine. And then, of course, Pop is still alive, and he gets his final words, and she kind of owns him and no, you're not going to get a good death, which is great because he definitely doesn't deserve it. He's an asshole. Yeah. And then they leave. And when they leave, the other military dudes come out. What? They were already finished killing everybody in there.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think that could have worked had you shown the timeline better. Worked it out and just okay, we're going to present it like this so it doesn't feel like they're waiting for 11 to leave. And also, they didn't even fucking leave that far.
No.
But I guess the Humvees did blow up conveniently.
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't do much.
Yeah, but it's still like, it's just...
It was just, again, like you said,
they
it's
could have
just
just
like...
called.
Oh, they leave, we come up. They come there, we go there.
Yeah.
They go there, we
they
go
kill, like, Hopper and the gang.
Yeah.
Like, they kill the monsters.
And
then just seconds after, the chopper appears from nowhere.
Of course.
That you couldn't hear or see.
No. Because... Convenient.
Yeah.
It's lazy writing.
Yeah,
it's
and
lazy
then it's
writing.
like, thumbs up.
Look how good we are.
Yeah.
No.
It's just like, what?
Fuck off.
What?
Yeah.
Why can't this...
Still good. Like, we are just nitpicking and shitting on it.
But it's so common right now. I see it in so many movies.
So what do you predict for season 5 then? Like, do you predict it being really shit, or are they gonna like learn from this? And
no, I think they're gonna keep doing what they're doing. Like, I don't like the only reason the next season would suck, I think, is oh fuck, you haven't seen that. I can't say it. Okay, a little on the nose on some scenes that come after here, but. And some weird decision making in what is to come. But I hope, because like I didn't like season 3, I think, was the one where they were jokey, like assholes. Like when we listened to our old episode and, you know, the stuff that you cut out, that was season 3 for me. Yeah. It's just like, I'm hoping that they just keep doing what they're doing. Because I think it's hard to kind of make everyone happy, you know. Maybe if I watch the first season, I will hate it. You know, I don't know. I don't remember. Because you see it for the first time and it's magical and all that. It
still is. It's still really, really good.
But I'm hoping that they just keep doing what they're doing. Like, these like little misses and things. Sometimes they're lazy, but I'm starting to believe that it's
on purpose? Or?
No, that it's just stuff you miss.
Oh, okay.
And then, you know, like the best thing is what we get to see. It's like, it's the only believable within quotation marks way of doing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Where it kind of just like, we intended to, you know, solve this, but this is the scene we have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
we just need to solve it.
We don't have footage to cover this. And this shit is what you get.
Yeah.
And, you know, if it's not often, it works. But if it is, like, I think that's, like, my biggest problem with, like, the whole of Star Wars episode 8 or whatever the fuck it is basically because the whole movie feels like one of those scenes where you just, like, oh, we forgot to film the proper shit in this, and here's
what you get.
Here's what you get when we cut it together.
Just love it, okay? It's Star Wars. Blah, 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 here's the pie again.
Pretty much, yeah. So in this one, it's not... I need you to watch the goddamn last part of it.
Yeah, I know.
Blame then
Santa.
I think... Yeah, Santa, you son of a mom. But I think that they've done some weird stuff, and I see kind of where they were building up to some of that stuff, but... It's just, I'm a little ugh. And we'll see if you also feel the ugh.
I've already started feeling the ugh.
So, yeah. But character-wise, though, I love them. Like, I love, like, the new characters, the old characters.
Everybody has a really great arc, which is impressive in a show like this with so many characters. What are they, like, in total 10 different characters.
Yeah.
And each and every single one of them has
their thing,
an arc.
Yeah, except way. Will. He has hair.
Yeah. Gay. A arc. Gay arc.
But I kind of like it. I really like it because it's never in your face.
And it's, like, I mean, it's the only thing that is kind of missing. Well, I guess we have Robin, who is
because he adds the dynamic there that.
But he's so good
though. Like,
the kid. He just sells it.
And, dude,
and Santa was saying constantly, like, I just want to hug him.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's
just like shave his head and then hug him.
Yeah. Maybe eyebrows too.
Dude, it was like I saw this meme when he cries in the car.
Yeah.
And it's like, why didn't what's his name? The other kid.
Mike
see that he was crying. And then they cut to like a fake image where you see the back of his head, and it looks like a thumb with a little wig on it. And this is what Mike saw. Like it's like just like it's so funny. But man, yeah. But he is really good. Like Will has been awesome.
Yeah.
From the get-go.
Yeah.
Like from when he gets, whatever the fuck he does, not possessed, I guess.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Like he's been great throughout.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so weird that they were so like tiny.
Yeah.
When you see like the photos and now you see them, they're like taller than us.
Exactly. Older than us.
Older than us as well, because and we don't age and they do.
We don't. And Morbius is out.
Nah, I saw it. I saw it there.
Oh yeah,
I saw it there.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Like you can only buy it now, which is I think good because
you sure?
Yeah. You can't rent it yet.
Oh, that's
You can
sad.
only buy it on YouTube at least. Maybe on Viaplay or SF Anytime. You could probably rent
the other one, the HBO Max.
Ooh, what?
Yeah, bruh.
But it's Sony.
Yeah, HBO Max.
Really?
I think so. Let me see.
Ooh.
HBO. So keep talking about Stranger Things.
No, I really loved it. I can't wait to finish it. Thank you,
Morbius.
Sarah. Morbius. Yeah. No, I really want to see Morbius, but it's definitely a shit flick. It's like I only want to see it because I know it's going to be really bad.
It's not on the thing.
No, that's what I thought. Yeah. I mean, it's just come out.
Nobody cares.
But I'm not going to pay like 200 and something.
I will pay very little to see this movie.
Yeah.
Even
nothing.
Yeah, preferably.
That's the shitty thing is when you have a subscription, you're still giving them money.
I like that it went to the cinema. Like they pulled it back up to the cinema and nobody saw it again.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, it's built.
They built up a hype and everything, and then nobody
let's do it. Yeah, no.
It was a hype between like five nerds basically, and then
it was more of a hype just shitting on the movie.
Yeah,
not that everybody wanted to see it. And I mean, you can still see the whole thing. I think it's on Twitter. They have like a compressed version of the whole movie, so you can watch it like in just one go, super quick.
Yeah, I don't want to feel compressed though.
And that's like you don't have to watch more than that. I don't know. But yeah, I am looking forward to seeing it and just shitting on it, to be honest.
I must say though, like I feel like Jared Leto is doing everything right when it comes to what people think of his movie. Like he seems to be so chill about all of this and sort of in on the joke.
Joker, no, but he's used to it now.
Yeah, but I just mean like I think that's the only healthy way of, because I've been in the movie Skills, and if anybody watches that, it's dog shit. But
your hair is the only good thing in that movie.
But it's such a shitty movie. And I think the only way to sort of get past how bad it is to kind of make fun of it yourself. Like be part. But be part of the joke. Like because we all know it sucks. Like nobody watches that and says like, "Ooh, amazing piece of cinema."
Yeah.
But there is an enjoyment in it if you see it like that as well. Like the way that we watch shit flicks, basically.
Yeah. It's the like comparing it to the talking shit about the bad stuff at work. Like, it's connecting people through the suckiness of the thing. And it's just like, oh man, did you see that? Like it was so fucking bad. Yeah, I loved it. No, but
again, like kudos to Jared Leto for doing the suckiest movie of the year, basically.
Yeah, it's like Halle Berry with Catwoman.
Again,
just owning it.
The perfect way to handle it, because it'll just get you the love instead of, going the opposite direction and taking it super personally. Yeah. Because I think we can all be, like no matter how talented we are, if you're put in shit, you're part of the it doesn't matter that you're like a better actress, because we've both seen like Halle Berry as like in good stuff, and we've seen her in Catwoman.
Oh yeah.
And I haven't seen Catwoman except in parts.
Oh really?
Yeah, I couldn't. I started watching a little and I was like, nah, the trailer kind of gave me what I needed.
Yeah.
I'm back out.
I think I was laughing throughout the whole movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like the one where she throws her the catnip And she's like,
yeah, exactly.
Rub it on her face. You're like,
that's kind of where you realize what movie you're watching.
Yeah.
And where you break out the 6-pack and just go like,
and like, yeah. And I think
let's enjoy this. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
And that's how you should watch every movie. Really. Just enjoy it for what it is. And don't shit on everything. Like
unless you have a podcast.
Yeah.
Then you have to say something.
Because you have to. Because you want to. Because you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Why you gotta play that on the loud? Because you want. What was that? What was that group?
It sounds so familiar, but I just can't.
Tonight, 5 something, or is it? Maybe they were just called 5.
But those, no.
With the 5 in it.
Yeah. But it's. You're talking about the boy band, right? The.
I don't think it was a boy band. I think it was.
But you're talking about I Got 5 on it.
No.
No.
That's a good song.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This one's is
5 will make you get down now. 1, 2, 3.
That's a boy band, and
that's
a
bad
different
one,
song,
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like.
So there's more songs.
I'm trying to think of 5 things.
No, the one that I said
Things
was Because We Want To.
Because we
that's
want
a song.
to. Because we
Why
want
you gotta play that song so loud? Because we want to. Because we want to.
Yeah, it sounds so familiar, but I just can't place it.
Yeah, I think, and that's probably a good thing.
A good thing, yeah. Because
Speaking of
otherwise,
that,
that'll be the rest of
let's get the fuck out.
Yeah, let's
get the fuck
let's do
out of here. Because,
Exactly.
oh my God, we've been talking for 2.5 hours, and
why don't you do like a 3 and get the fuck out of here?
Yes, that's perfect. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening
To the Irish podcast with me, nah.
The Irish.
And then I did Scottish. Goddamn.
Scottish.
Eh.
You were gonna do the cha-cha-cha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it. Heard it coming. Cha-cha-cha.
You heard him coming?
Yeah. No.
And we're out. Back on the dicks.
So good. All the dicks and all the things, and thanks for
All
listening
the
and doing it. Small
big
dicks.
small dicks.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I love it.
So long.
Yeah, it's so long. So long and goodbye, and thanks for all the whatever it is.
Bags of dicks.
Yeah.
We love you.
All
And
the
I'm
time.
sorry.
And and all that.
Nobody listens to this far.
No, they don't.
Except Thomas.
Yeah.
Enjoy a dick, dude.
Thank you, Thomas.
This deck is for you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Goodbye.